we're going to read Froggy for President by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Misesewicz. At school on Friday, Froggy read a poster. Vote! Election Monday for class president. Great, said Froggy. I can't wait. On Monday, Froggy woke up and bounced on his bed. Boing, boing, boing. Yippee, he said. Today I run for president. Urgh, said Doggy. So Froggy hopped out of bed and ran out of the house. Flop, flop, flop. Froggy, called his mother. What? What are you doing? I'm running for president. Are you running for president in your underwear, dear? Oops, cried Froggy. He ran back, got dressed, and ate his breakfast of cereal and flies. Munch, crunch, munch. Now I can run for president, said Froggy. That's nice, dear, said Mom. And Froggy ran all the way to the bus stop. Flop, flop, flop. On the school bus, Max shouted, Froggy for President! And Matthew and Travis shouted with him. But Leah jumped up and shouted, Frogalina for President! And Emma and Hannah shouted with her all the way to school. At circle time, Mrs. Witherspoon said, Now, class, we have two candidates for president, Froggy and Frogalina. What's your platform, Froggy? Froggy hopped up on his desk, whoop, and said, This is. No, dear, said Mrs. Witherspoon. What would you want to do if you were elected president? Oh, said Froggy. Well, I'd want to have 10 snack times and get a trampoline for the school and have recess all day long. Hooray, cheered Froggy's fans. Froggy for president. But Frogalina jumped up and wrote on the chalkboard. This is my platform, she said, and read it out loud. Start a search party to find everybody's lost things, have a lunch sharing program, have a talent show to raise money for the school library. Hooray! Cheered Frogalina's fans. Frogalina for president. Even Froggy started to cheer. Oops. Is it snack time yet? Yes, dear, said Mrs. Witherspoon. Yum, cried Froggy. Cupcakes and flies. After snack time, Mrs. Witherspoon said, Now it's time for the two candidates to make a speech. Frogalina, will you go first? After Froggy, said Frogalina. So Froggy jumped up on his chair and sang, A vote for me is a vote for you, twiddly-dee and twiddly-doo. Love books, make art, and play all day. We can learn and dance and play, play, play. And he did a little dance. Ta-da! Hooray! Cheered Froggy's fans. Froggy for president! Thank you, dear, said Mrs. Witherspoon. Now, Frogalina, it's your turn. Frogalina stood up and said, I would rather show than tell. Follow me, we're going on a search party. And everybody poured outside and went hog wild. Found Max's soccer ball, yelled Froggy. Found Froggy's saxophone, yelled Max. Found Emma's hairbrush, yelled Hannah. Found Hannah's toothbrush, yelled Emma. Brush up, brush up, brush up. That night, Froggy couldn't sleep. He sat up and cuddled Doggy and looked out the window at the moon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. said Mr. Owl. "We'll vote for you." "I know," said Froggy, jumping up. "I'll vote for me." "Arf," said Doggy. At school the next day, Froggy was so excited that when Mrs. Witherspoon handed out the ballots and he checked the box next to his name, his pencil flew out of his hand. Zing! And when Leah came around with the ballot box, his ballot almost tore in two when he stuck it in the slot. "Thank you for voting," Leah giggled. "Now only one vote, Froggy." "I know," said Froggy, and he wondered, who will vote for me? There's Max, Matthew, Travis, and me. He held up 3 fingers on one hand and a thumb on his other, then jumped up on his chair and yelled, 3 plus 1 is 5. That means I win. I'll be president. I'll be president. 3 plus 1 is 4, silly, said Froggalina, and everybody laughed. "I know that," cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. "Listen, children," said Miss Witherspoon. "I've counted all the ballots, and it's 4 for Froggy and 4 for Froggalina." "Oh, no," cried Max. "It's a tie. What are we going to do?" "I know," said Froggy. "We'll be presidents together." "Hooray!" everyone cheered. Froggalina leaped up beside him, and together they sang, "A vote for me is a vote for you, twiddly-dee and twiddly-doo. Froggy for president and Froggalina too." Don't forget to vote.